as a country, we have benefited because what we usually do when we attend, we collaborate and interact with different international organizations, partners, and even countries, or member states, in terms of how we can work together. So there are quite a number of benefits. One is access to financial resources for climate change action. So in each and every COP, we have some commitments and pledges from developed countries that promise to provide finances for climate change implementation in the country. And I think we have been accessing resources through a number of multilateral institutions like Global Environmental Facility, Green Climate Change Fund, World Bank, African Development Bank, and other institutions, and of course other bilateral institutions. So we have accessed to resources over time, one for general climate change management, and secondly for recovery from cyclones. I would give an example of the Cyclone Fred. Last year we received resources from a number of institutions to support households that were affected by Cyclone Fred. So we have been accessing financial resources, but of course not at highest level. But by and large, we have been benefiting. That's one. Secondly, we have also benefiting in terms of capacity building, getting expertise from different institutions and experts on how we can manage climate change in the country, and also how we can even get additional technical expertise on many issues, maybe climate change management in general. Nowadays we're talking of carbon trading, we're talking about climate finance, and of course how can we improve adaptive capacity of our vulnerable communities that are usually affected by different weather events, including cyclones, year in, year out. So that's the second benefit. The other benefit is that our expertise, when we attend COP, we get exposure in terms of how our colleagues are successfully implementing different programs in terms of climate change management. Yes, most of the policies for Malawi are well aligned with international treaties, international protocols in terms of how we can access resources and also benefit from the other aspects at international level. Of course, we may not be there, but we have National Climate Change Management Policy, which provides for coordinated approach in terms of managing climate change in the country. We also have the National Environmental Action Plan that provides for different stakeholders to support environmental action in the country. We also have the National Resilience Strategy, which is mostly coordinated by DOTMA, the Department of Disaster Management Affairs, and that is also well aligned to international treaties and protocols. And we also have the Disaster Risk Reduction Bill, which provides for strategies and mechanisms in terms of how we can support the vulnerable communities in case they are affected by disasters, natural disasters. So these are some of the policies and legislations that support ourselves in terms of management of climate change action and even environmental management, of course, in disaster risk reduction. However, we still have some gaps of the legislation. That's why Minister of Natural Resources and Climate Change has embarked on a process of formulating a climate change bill. We believe this will be a watertight act or bill that will support general management of climate change in the country, and will also be well aligned with international protocols or treaties. We have also tried our best to formulate what we call the carbon trading from regulator framework, because as Malawi, we are finding, or we're trying our best to come up with strategies of how we can finance ourselves relating to climate change management. So one of the issues to do with climate finance is carbon trading. To have investors that would invest in the conservation of nature and even the agricultural practices and different environmental management projects that can support reduction of carbon emissions or greenhouse gases. So we have just finalized drafting the carbon trading regulatory framework, and we believe this is also very much aligned with international protocols in terms of carbon trading globally, and also Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. So we believe we are still trying our best in terms of policy formulation and implementation, and also making sure that these are aligned to international protocols. But I think we are yet to address those gaps that are there.